In this video we are going to see the introduction for OOPS. So OOPS, the abbreviation is object oriented programming. Okay, it is a object oriented programming language. So from the abbreviation only we can say that it is something which is too close related to the objects. So the very basic point is, so in the abbreviation we have seen, right, like object. So it is about creating objects. So it is about creating objects that contains both data and methods. Okay, it is all about the way of creating the objects. So object contains the both data and methods. So data methods is nothing but, so data is nothing but values. Okay, and methods is nothing but the functionality. So if you pass the values, so you need to get output, right? So the output, if you want to get, means we need to write some logic. So that logic is nothing but the functionality method. Okay, now OOPS provides a clear structure for programs. What OOPS going to do, it will provide the clear structure for our programs. So with the help of the clear structure we can reusable the code, we can reuse the code. Okay, so if you write yourself in your manner, means so the readability is going to miss and the reusing concepts also going to loss. Okay, so OOPS gives some architectures or some structures. So while using this you can reuse the code. Why we need to reuse means, so for further maintenance and modification becomes easier. Okay, so which gives easier to maintain and modification easier. Okay, and with the help of this clear structure, reusable maintenance and modification, it occupies less storage and shorter development time. So I hope what is mean by OOPS I cleared it to you. Now let us see the about class and object. Okay, now what is class and what is object? So before going to see this, I will give one general example. So if you are going to construct a house, so let it be house. Okay, now before going to construction the house, you will take the blueprint, right? So like this, like somewhere here, like bedroom 1, bedroom 2, hall, kitchen. Okay, this is how you make the blueprint. Okay, before constructing the house. Now later with this blueprint only you are going to construct your desirable home. Okay, now this blueprint in Java, it is nothing but the class. Okay, and the actual home what you are going to build, like the real home you going to construct, right? So that is object. Okay, now blueprint is the class, the real home is the object. Remember this thing. Now class is blueprint of an object, just now we have discussed. Okay, as soon as class is created, a new data type is created. So remember this thing, class is a data type. Class is a data type. So when we are creating the class, a new data type is created. Now what are the data type we are creating means, class is a user defined data type. So user defined data type, we are the Java users, right? We are going to define the class, right? So that's why it is called as user defined data type. So data types, I think you have idea on the data types. Like we have data types like int, char, float, and something double, etc. Okay, these are the data types we use it till now. So not all these data types, in Java there is some other data types which is the class data types. So nothing but we are creating the class, nothing but we are creating the data type, which is known as a user defined data type. Okay, and it is not only user defined data type, it is also called as non-primitive data type. So primitive data type, non-primitive data type means I will give a small brief explanation. Okay, primitive data type means when the Java is going to create, they introduce some data types, right? Like short, int, long, float, double, so char, boolean, and one more byte. So these all are primitive data types because at the time of creating the Java, the data types are introduced. Now after creation of the Java, whatever we are creating inside the Java, it is nothing but the non-primitive data type. So we are creating the class after the creation of the Java, right? So nothing but the non-primitive data type. Again, it is also called as derived data type. Derived data type means we are deriving the data type. Okay, by using class. By using class we are deriving the data type, so that's why it is also called a derived data type. I hope I cleared the what is class, why it is called as the class as data type. Okay, now again, class is a logical entity. Class is a logical entity, but it is not a real entity. Okay, but it is not a real entity. It's not a real entity. So it is just a blueprint. Okay, the logics like where the bedrooms, where the hall, where the kitchen we need to get. So that is a rough map we are going to like designing, right? So it is all about the logics, right? Not the real thing. So it is all about the logical. We are going to define those things in a logical manner. So directly we can't stay on the blueprint, right? So we need to get the like the imagination of our blueprint into the real object. Okay, so that's why it is called a logical entity but not the real entity. Object is nothing but the mirror image of the blueprint. Okay, so later this point will also cover. Now everything in Java treated as an object, everything. So the Java software, everything treats the things as object. Okay, so like living things, non-living, natural, mathematical expressions, etc., all these are considered as an objects in Java. Okay, now objects are real and it exists. So just now we have seen objects are real, it exists in real world, so hence object is a real entity. So hence object is a real entity. Again, it is a mirror image of blueprint. Okay, whatever the blueprint we are designing, the exact object we are going to get, right? So nothing but the mirror image of blueprint created by class. Now okay, if you are planning 2 3 or multiple buildings of a same blueprint, then you won't design the multiple blueprints, right? So with the single blueprint only you are creating multiple buildings. So same way here with single class we can create the multiple objects. So based on the project requirement, so based on our requirement, the number of your buildings we are going to construct based on the blueprint. Same here, based on the single class we are going to create the multiple objects based on the project requirement. Okay, so this is all about the class and object. So before going to create the class, some things we need to keep in mind. So those things are given by the Java developers only. So what are those means? So to create class, class means so class. So in class we have some tools. So before going to construct anything we need some tools, right? So here the tools we are calling as the members. So we need class members, nothing but the class tools. So those class members are nothing but we need to have the values and functionality. Values means we need to take the input. Suppose you are creating the addition class. So for the addition class you need to take the input, right? Like something 2 or 3. So you taken the 2 and 3. So by taking only 2 and 3, the job is not done, right? So you need to get the output as 5. So the final result, in order to you get, you need to write the functionality, right? Like 2 plus 5, like 2 plus 3 in the background. So we need to take the values and we need to write the functionality to get the output. So these are the tools, values and functionality same. These are defined in technical terms. So these are nothing but these two technical terms. So what object knows? So what object knows means here 2 and 3 it is knowing. Values how we are going to take with the help of variables only, right? So variables it is also called as properties and state. Now the functionality, the what object does. So after taking the values, the what object going to do. So is nothing but it is defined by the functionality or methods. So or methods or behavior. So this many type of technical terms we have. So you can use any word during the interview. So let us do the practical for the class and object. Okay, so here this is edit plus software. So if you have another software also you can use. Now I am taking a new file. So here I want to create a class, like let it be a demo class, okay, or Balaji education B. So I'm creating the Balaji education class. So I'm saving this here, the Balaji education, right? So here this Balaji education class, it is going to add two numbers, okay. So the two numbers means let it be n1 and n2. So till now we have seen the declaration of, like declaration of variables inside the methods, right, inside the main method. But here I'm declaring outside the main method. So this is the type of a global variable initialization, okay. Don't worry, in the further of videos you will get to know. Just now focus on the program. So I'm taking one method public, and while using static means, so static means we need of creating the objects, okay. Directly by the help of the class we can access the methods. But here I want to create the object, right? So that's why I'm not using the static variable. So my method won't return anything. So I'm keeping void. So let it be addition, okay. Addition, open the method and close the method. Here inside this I'm taking one println statement, like copying this and pasting over here. So hello, you are entered into the object, okay. Just for some information, okay. Later on here I'm printing the values, sum of two numbers, okay. Sum of two numbers is nothing but here n1 plus n2, n1 plus n2, okay. Now everything in Java, the Java first go for the main method, okay. So here the main method is, right. So when I try to compile and when I try to execute, it will print only hello world, because Java treats the things which are kept inside the main method, okay. Now inside this main method what I'm doing is like, so this is a main method, okay, main method. And after of this I'm creating the object of the Balaji education BE. So till now we have seen that some things like for the scanner, like scanner sc equals to new scanner. Inside this we passed the argument, right? Like system.in. So this is nothing but the way of creating the objects. So here it is a class. Okay, scanner is a class, sc is the object reference variable, and we need to use the new variable in order to create the objects. Okay, and scanner open and close brackets. Okay, same way, class name object reference variable, let it be new biology education, open and close. Okay, so to pass the value for this n1 and n2, so we need to use the object reference variable. Okay, b dot n1 which is equals to 2, just now I have explained to you, right? And b dot n2 which is equals to 3. Now when I uh, call the method addition using the object reference variable, so let us see the magic over here, what has happened background. Okay, this is a main method. See, here you can see this is a main method, and after this it is went to the object. So in this line it is went for the object, and hello, you are entered into the object, let it be empty here. Okay, and alt tab, sum of two numbers is 5. Okay, after this the execution is completed, so press any key to continue. Okay, this is how the process of creating the classes and object. Don't worry, we will discuss in the deep and clear manner of the concept groups. Okay, I hope you got the idea on this class and object and the introduction of groups. If you learned anything in this video, please do a like and support by subscribing. Thank you for watching this.